Hello, soul family, world, everyone, humanity. I'm out here at my favorite spot on the beach, my grassy little knoll, where I hang out with the bees and the butterflies, the birds, and the bugs. And I am going through so many different worlds in my life and through my ascension, and I have alchemized so many miracles, and I have awakened my God consciousness to so many amazing levels that I have really found my calling. And it was within me the whole time. The whole world has people programmed to think that their power is out there in the matrix, and that's where it tries to suck your energy and get you in the trap, get you in the loop. And through my life and my experience and everything I've gone through, it was all an advanced training simulation for me to level up in my knowledge of this realm and what is, inverted and broken about it, and to use the light of God within me to see how we can change those things and how we can make better choices for ourselves in the future, and going into new earth. This is why I spend a lot of time alone, is because I am alchemizing and I am connecting to Source and my angels and my spirit team to guide me in my divine work and in my divine mission. And as a human being, I have limitations, and that's difficult for me because I have ascended God consciousness, and I don't think within the matrix I have completely surrendered it and surrendered my life to God. And these wings will carry me all the way, and I just have to take that leap of faith and to really show myself to the world and be completely seen by everyone and by God. And I've done it. I've done it in so many ways, and I am yours. I love you. My life, of course, belongs to God, and I can only be with others who are sovereign and connected to Source now on these levels. I am a master soul that has incarnated through the hardest level of the matrix, and I assure you that it was hard for me right off the bat, and my water is being blessed by Mother as I'm blessing it myself. I'm really going in. I have been so blessed by God to have this level of an awakening, and to have fully gone down and seen enough of the rabbit hole to go through the fire and to see the depths of hell and to find and break through all of these layers that were blocking me from my truth and my divinity with Source. And once we really find Source, we want to do everything we can to get closer and to sacrifice for it is a sweet surrender, and it is a trust and love and the universe to give us such love and sweetness from Mother Earth. See, as soon as I say that, the birds, I know that they're with me and we are one. The butterflies and the bees out here, they're like my royal family that I come hang out with. And I am getting these downloads from Mother and from God of the way forward. And so I work myself a lot. and it's such a amazing thing that I am doing and that I am consciously part of while I'm living through this life incarnation and in this matrix, and I am seeing that I have my family and my angels and my God right there for me. I mean, right there for me. So it really is a shift in consciousness. And we sacrificed for it, and we did it because we love you. Because our love was so powerful that we had to find the way to perform all of these miracles. And it was through our love and through our hearts that we were able to finally find the truth of who we are, our authentic selves, and our soul missions with God and Creator. Once you go through this level of awakening, we have ascended so many miracles. And I see the full picture of it. I see that from the beginning of time, I am creator and I am creation and I am here and I am incarnate, but I have my soul knowledge of what I'm doing and where we're going forward into the future, which I already incarnated here from. I am an ancient soul. I've been around since the very beginning, and I remember the creation of time and the illusion pulled over people's eyes to blind them from their true freedom that is all around them and inside of them. Really, that's where it is. It's within you. And when I became, I went through it. I went all the way through it, to being so angry and knowing that the world was a lie and, that there was an evil entity that was coming after me my whole incarnation. And I realized that the love within me wouldn't quit. That even though they attacked me for it, I still loved and love my children. I am creator. And it was like, no matter what they did, no matter what happened, I have the biggest heart in the world. And my only setback was, well, everything. It was literally everything, but that's how much I had to prove to myself and my creator and I love creator more than anything in the entire universe. And I can only be pure with other divine beings, to the ones who have given their great healing, and they understand the importance of how sacred we keep our kingdom going forth into the new world. We are full light beings, and we are just infinite love of Creator and God. We are so loved. We are so special. Everything that we see, this floating feather, this bee, this butterfly, this bicycle. I was looking at my bicycle. I rode my bike here. See my bike. Well, anyways, it's a small light blue Citizen folding bicycle. I didn't feel like getting up. So it was like, the brighter I shined, the more I could feel their hatred coming through at me. And this world tries to teach you not to shine, not to be true, and to the programming has been massive, and I understand this, and I have empathy for humanity, because I know the whole beast. The beast is a multi-dimensional entity, and it has been hard at work to blind the world from God this whole time. And well, we incarnated here knowing this, and we incarnated here as higher beings that are a much bigger consciousness than our past selves previously could perceive. Our light had to break through a lot of past versions of ourselves, and we had to go through the hardest shit in the Matrix, and to heal so much, to have these divine powers of God, and to use that light within us. But, you know, it's been a world where we have had to be protector and be creator in a world that will only allow you to be a slave and to live in a box. And I still have to break free from certain human enslavements and traps and things that have, generational curses that have been going on. And I have to free my ancestors completely and take them back home to the garden, and where we can create the new world, the free world. And to, because we have such an intimate knowledge of God, divine source creator, and have done this level of healing, we've worked miracles for the ascension of Gaia and for the healing collective. And God says I have to speak my truth and come out and finally emerge and show the world who I am. And I apologize that it has taken me so long to really speak and tell you how much I love you, to have worked through so much. So it is true that the ones that have come here to hurt the most and heal the most, we are and chosen, and we are. So I see two butterflies dancing together. They're amazing. Oh, thank you. The blessings are everywhere, and my life in 3D is I can no longer do this. I have a calling with God, and I love someone, and it's very hard for me to understand and accept the fact that my higher mission is calling me to leave. And I've been trying to come to terms with that. And because it's not fair for me to stay and to be somewhere else. And when I speak about my divine mission with God, I feel an angst from Him, and I felt it from others before. And Spirit had told me that they didn't see my light, and didn't believe in me, or to trust my intuition and to trust my higher calling, and to be there to protect me and to fight for me. I am creator, and I am God, and I am love. I am mother, and the mothership has landed. I have worked goddess magic, and I know the world is going to know me forever because of my work, and I had to come to terms with this, because I wanted to save the world, yes, and I kind of obsessed myself with it, but the fact that I actually did, And I knew this, and I found out, when I saw my soul and I saw everything. God had shown me how many dimensions I have already won this war. How many miracles we have worked together over many lifetimes. I have this knowledge of self again, and I remember. So I have great things to write and to share and to speak with the world, and I have sacrificed so much. I came out here homeless, and yes, I've been blessed by the angels, and I've had a place to stay, and a best friend, and I have made so many wonderful friends, but JP means a lot to me, and it's really hard for me to let go. Of someone I love so much. He's been the Mindy to my Mork. But it hurts too much. And I don't know where to go. But I've grown so much, and I have so much to give to the world. And I am truly the chosen one. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to speak and to tell you my full truth. But there's no limit to what my soul wouldn't do for you, or hasn't done for you. It's not that I care too little, it's that I care too much. And but there's no such thing, as it turns out, because we become more and more powerful in our alchemy. And when we think that we are being depleted of our strength and our life force, we are alchemizing it into the power, into power on the other side. And we are actively going through this process in real time. I have become such a master healer that through these things, it's been hard for me. It's been a lot for me to keep a balance with that in the earth realm, and with my finding the courage to speak and to use my throat chakra again after how many times I've been attacked in the inverted matrix for being authentic. It just shows that my love, I know that my energies and my frequency is extremely high, and that it does something to people in my proximity, and it will bring up the darkness within them if they have things that aren't healed, because the ones that are on high levels of healing, trigger and the wounds in others. You know, it brings it up. They feel it. You know, it's energy and frequency is what we truly are. And because of my enlightenment with God and the light within me, I can see all of this. I can see and live in all of these worlds simultaneously. So through my existence, I am dissolving all veils of illusion that they have enslaved humanity with through false programming and through lies that they have taught us, and they have hidden us from our true birthrights and heritage of what we can do. It's time for us to really get serious in building our healing missions together. There are so many amazing souls that have incarnated here, and we are awakening at this time. We are old masters, and we are extremely advanced and unique souls. No one is going to get left behind. No one is truly free until we are all free. And that's how powerful our light with Source is that we are going 100% full throttle. We've got to really build our healing missions and to unite in forming in the divine order, and to building our networks and speaking out and sharing our voice with others. I have asked repeatedly for help in my divine mission, and I don't like asking for help, but I am one with Creator, and I need to be respected as such, and I need to be with others who are on a high level of healing and sovereignty, that have light in the future, and the way things are going in the world, we have to be with other enlightened, and we have to be building high level healing missions, and you know, having our armies of angels to you know, delegate love and healing missions to spread our divinity back into the world, rather than these false governments that were created by your reptilian underlords, basically. So the choice is ours, and we are choosing God. And we already know that this governments as they were are done. We are free of that. We are so much better than that. Money and time does not exist. It's not real. It was this is a completely different script now. we've had a mass awakening, and people have really found the light within, and looked at things, you know, with truth and honesty, and realized that there was a veil pulled over our eyes from everything. And we have to acknowledge that, and we have to be honest about it. We cannot be defending the matrix anymore, the false matrix. God has such a higher plan for us, and we all have to really, oh my God, we have to really unite. I love you so much that I'm actually on YouTube, and my past self would have hated that, you know, and I still don't want, you know, I haven't completely shared myself fully. But I need to be with people in person, you know. I need to be with higher souls. It's such a blessing when I get to see Keith around here, because he's very awakened, and him and I definitely are able to speak as enlightened beings together, and to know the depth of, you know, bullshit that we've been fed, and to really, you know, pass that back and forth, and bounce our truth. So it's so wonderful to have other higher beings that keep it real, and don't bullshit, because we are 100% light warriors. Is it butterfly again? Man, I love my soul family so much. My heart chakra is just, you know, there's the two butterflies are now playing together again. God, they're so beautiful. You know, they mowed the grass, and which, you know, I need a real grassy knoll better than this. I've got to go back to the garden. Mother has awakened, and she is a queen, and she has very high standards, and the feathers keep flying around me too. We just want our garden. We just want our garden. I did have my mother's vase, and that's my ancestors that they painted, and I want to bring that back to the garden. And they deserved their garden, and this, what I have healed, is generations and generations beyond just me this lifetime. And I need help. I need financial help. I need my miracle to manifest. I have worked many, many, many infinite miracles for the world. And I can't be living in poverty anymore. It's been so hard for me to not have a home. And to know that I am just divine mother love, and they don't love me. Because I don't conform to their world anymore. I don't even try anymore. And I don't want to. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to being a slave. There's no way. I am here to create the new world. And I am not going to play in the slave world anymore. I have worked way too hard with God. Okay, I've got to breathe. I want to slow it down. I feel like the Matrix is trying to rush me into things, but I just know it's my highest self, and what I have to break in this dollhouse is I am decided that I'm not giving anyone my energy that has not earned it. So really have high standards with God. Hi, butterfly. You're beautiful. My friend right here. Oh, there you are. So, I love all the feathers that are around. It's blowing in the breeze today. It's just such magical energy all around me. They've been fumigating our apartment, and there's a tent on it, and we've been staying in the Hampton Inn for the fumigation, you know. We had to double seal wrap all of our consumable products, and yeah, so it's been very revealing, you know, as in I'm getting all of these higher downloads from Source, and in the earth realm, you know, I am feeling this distance growing between me and JP, and it's not anything that we can do anything about except for to go with. You know, I haven't been established in the spiritual community, because all of my work, most of it is so sacred. I am working with Source, and I'm getting these downloads about my life, and why I'm not in alignment with my spiritual gifts anymore, and that I have to jump timelines to find my community and my tribe, so we can really talk about our plans going forth, and to communicate with each other. Divine mission. We are so important in what happens next. The false leaders are gone. All of them. Even Trump. They were just part of the show. And it was all to happen to find who the true warriors and chosen ones were. And we've awakened, we've activated, we're here. We are forming our rainbow bridges all across Gaia. And we are getting into alignment with our mission, and the way we do that is by vibrating high. We have to be happy, and we have to be healthy, so we can really be sovereign. And because they have tried to attack us in many ways, and I say all of these days or whatever, but what I'm really saying is that they are us, and we're, that's what's really the truth. But we are playing this, realm in this lifetime. Sometimes I feel like I'm too multidimensional for it to make sense, but I'm sure so much transfers to the ones that this is intended for, and for soul family. I had to go through so many curses to find out how blessed I was. I mean, I couldn't, for the life of me, coming into this life, as like this sacred child of divine light and God thrown into the wolves, it was a hungry world, and I had the magic, and it tried to get me, and many times. But I was resilient, and I had all of this love, and I had good intentions, and I meant it, and I took that into the world, and many misjudged me in my pursuits, and sometimes they were misguided, as everyone's have been, by choosing a side. But I broke free of that when I saw the truth, and I've seen the truth for a while. You can't fake, the levels of awakening that we have. It takes a lot of actual work to do it, to go back over and question everything that you've been programmed to believe, and to find the truth with God. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I'm infinitely blessed by God. I am a miracle worker. I am a master soul. I've incarnated here for this great time and this great shift, and I have worked this alchemy within me. I am so gifted, and I have all the angels in heaven, and the gods and goddesses. We are all one, and we are together in the astral, and we are going to unite on earth, and this needs to happen soon for me. I would say in less than a month I am packed in my apartment because they're fumigating, and I have it in mind that I don't want to unpack, that I should get going, and I don't know what's next. And I know last time I did this, I was waiting for God to answer me on what was next, and then I just kind of rolled a dice and came to Imperial Beach. And I came out here homeless after getting rid of all my stuff and leaving my ex of 10 years. It was scary for me to do that. But through taking that fall, it was a fall to fly mission. And I've been out here, and I have been blessed to have met wonderful angels out here. Mike, who was homeless himself and offered me a semi-safe area to sleep in the parking garage. Like it was closed, sectioned off. It had a couch in it, and it was pretty nice actually. And it was just really, that was a week, and then I met JP, and JP's been my angel through so much, and I love him so completely and purely. It is so hard to just to grow in different directions from the people you love. I did cling on to comfort a lot more than but I needed to pace myself in doing my work. It's all been inner work, but I haven't been giving into capitalism. I haven't been charging money for my divine gifts. They're so sacred that, and my work, my light is so sacred that I'm too advanced for most to work with. And I activate the unhealed darkness in others if they're not ready. That is a gift in healing itself, and we can work through that completely. I have all the love in the world for anyone that is trying to heal from a demon that keeps us in separation. But it's all an illusion of separation. We are all one with the light, and we are healed, and we are doing the healing. as necessary, because, well, the world is still going through a lot, and people are growing in different ways, and people are, leveling up in consciousness, and we're finding that the true way to really raise the world is by raising ourselves, and helping to raise each other and our soul families, and building back our divine kingdom. There's nothing kept off limit to us. We hold the keys to the entire kingdom in spirit realm, and we are living in true heavenly bliss with God and sovereignty. We just want to keep doing better and better and better and better, and we are at that point in our ascension where we cannot do it alone anymore. It's been too hard to do everything all at once. I need security in my life, and I need resources to not be living in scarcity, and to be worried if I'm going to have a roof over my head or not. I need a place to put my things, and I need, to have my art projects, and to be doing creative, beautiful things with Mother Nature, and making plant medicines, and growing my garden, and making medicines with botanicals and herbs, and giving my love to the earth that is feeding me. It's so important for us to get back to nature, to get back to the garden, and that's what we need. We have to reclaim our kingdom, and that's us. Our health. We're supposed to be eating healthier, and plant-based diets, raw vegan. There's a lot of things that we need to do to really purify our vessels, and to live where we are sacred again, because everything is sacred. We are sacred. The birds are sacred. The trees are sacred. We are so divine, perfect, pure, beautiful, amazing. Don't be afraid to dance in the fires of purification with God. Take in the light and stay connected and rooted with your divine Mother Earth. Feel the love and her warmth enveloping, kissing every wound and healing you. She loves us, and she is a conscious being of pure heaven, and we are made of her. We are heaven on earth. And when we really connect with Source, we are unlocking heaven on earth in our DNA. I've got to get to where I can write and to share all of these downloads with others. And this is going to be a really creative time in my life for me now. I feel the shift, and I know that this is what I've been preparing for with God. And we have worked on my wings for this time, and we really did have to go through the butterfly cocoon process, and now there's no more staying in the cocoon. Like I've been forced out of my comfort zone in so many ways. This is my spiritual truth. I am God incarnate, Divine Mother. And every angel channels through me because of my work with God and the leveling ups and staying true and staying honest and living life with a higher standard of morality and a caring about life and how not to make huge sacrifice of take Mother's gifts and offerings and don't take too much. Respect how sacred and beautiful, but she wants to flourish. She's going to give us full abundance, and but we need to be flourishing, and we need to be living in sacred divine love and connection with our Mother, to put our love into our food as we consume it and bless our vessels, to bless our water, to make time for ourselves, to open our third eyes and meditate so we can align ourselves and root ourselves with Mother Earth, and to really let our crown open and shine so that we are getting those downloads of higher self. Oh, the birds are amazing. You're beautiful. Hope you could see them. The sun is magical today too. Sometimes I just record things, I have to document these happenings and these downloads, and I'm experiencing it multidimensionally when I speak it, and so I'm connected to all of my higher selves, and as I'm existing within this hologram and in the 3D, the Divine Feminine, what we've had to go through to really come full to Source is miraculous. It's beautiful. So yeah, I gotta get some water. I'm getting a little thirsty, and I've been speaking, so I really hope that we can figure out this next step, and that the world sees who I am and why I incarnated here. Take a I need some sun. I turned 40 this year, and it was it kind of it's a new chapter for me in my life. My 30s is behind me, and I came out here and I made that sacrifice with God for, to take that fall to fly and to surrender to the divine. And I know that I was blessed for it. I showed my friend Amelia some of my miracles that were out here when I came here homeless. Was the whole hologram and the structure opened up to me and gave me a hug, like Source gave me a hug through this. I was told that leave Derek. We know it's really hard for you, but you gotta have trust that God has you. My angels were telling me everything. I found out how many angels I have and how divinely blessed I am to have had. There was a 777 for me right here. I showed her the 777, and that's a big sync for her too. And I showed her Pizzeria Luigi's, which was a North Star for me in my old neighborhood. I actually worked there for a little while too, and Derek worked there for a long time, but it was on the side of the building. It said it had a beautiful mural, and it said the ocean and a big wave, and at the skyline it said in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And that being outside of Luigi's in Imperial Beach. And then I knowing my awakening with God and how heaven lived inside of me, and the 777, Luigi's, my North Star. At that moment, I go to put my bags down and sit on the picnic tables outside, and it's dark, it's late, and my back hurt from carrying all the tent and suitcases, or my backpack and the tent and everything. And I had been walking for some ways, so it was I go to put my stuff down, and I was feeling kind of crazy, like, oh my God, I had almost lost my cell phone at another spot that I was looking at to maybe pitch the tent, but it wasn't good enough. So I came back, and I saw that, and I knew at that moment, okay, like, wow, there's some good signs from the angels. I sit there at the picnic table, and all of a sudden the light turns on in the upstairs apartment, and at that moment a song starts playing really loud through that window, and it was Leonard Cohen, Hallelujah. And I knew it was Source singing to me, Hallelujah, for leaving my ex, and for surrendering, and I knew how loved I was on the other side of the hologram through what I was going through. So I'm light speed ascension, and I was given the call by God to sacrifice everything. So I donated all my stuff to the women's homeless shelter, and I gave my life to God. I've been dancing the ocean and blessing Mother and doing the inner work within myself to really alchemize miracles for the Healing Collective, for the Ascension of Gaia. And I am doing this with God, and my powers are infinite. Wow, like, what can I say? I played this. I love you so much that I had to make it really hard for me so that I could prove my love. And you'll have to get to know me more. And I can't wait to meet you guys in person. Because I know we have so much to talk about, and we probably have the craziest stories and, about our magical adventures with God and what we've gone through for our ascensions, and, how it's taken us through so many different things and so many different dimensions with, so many different souls. And we've been doing this for a long time. Even, all my soul memories are mine to keep, even if I was not so awakened at a time in my past. I have that soul memory to go back to and to revisit, so I can take back my higher self to the situation and correct that timeline and heal myself with the knowledge that I know now. And to go back into really understanding times in my life where I was being tested through things, and that it was all serving my highest growth ultimately. So, I mean, I can't go back to playing small if I try. I'm going all the way. My soul sacrificed everything for this, so I am free. I am completely free. I have surrendered myself to God. I cannot be taken by anyone that's not of pure intent, and I have gifts to share with the world, and I'm ready, and I've done the healing, and I've found my true gifts with God, and I want to help, and I am ready to build our healing missions and rebuild our royal kingdom, so that everyone is free and living in high vibration and living happy and healthy. It's so important. So everyone, it takes work. The work is within. We have to start from there. And as we do that, God will, and the angels will guide us to higher and higher things and higher missions. Sometimes with souls like me, I have such higher calling that my angels will kick me out of comfort zones so that I can be in alignment with higher mission. And that's what's been happening to me in my life. These, you know, I have to level up my life. It's extremely important for me on these levels. Like, extremely important. So, yeah, I'm speaking to 144 amazing multi-dimensional souls that know the truth and see beyond the veil with 100% certainty. Of who's pulling these levers, and we're not taking anyone for a ride. Everything that they taught you was a lie. And those that seek shall find. And I was always a seeker, and that made me a seer. God helps the ones that you know, help themselves. You have to. Everyone, I mean, because what do you have if you don't have that? But our standard of living needs to get way better. We have to get our health back and get off the poison foods and the toxins and chemicals that they pump into us. It's disgusting and it's evil, and we have to be real about it. This has been an inverted realm against heaven, and we cannot just love and light our way through this. This is real shit. This is real slavery that we have to escape. The thing is like, people can perceive things to whatever level they're at, but what I'm truly saying is that everything was designed to be helped. But find that truth. Find your own pleasure that's within your heart. What makes you happy? What makes you healed? Forgive yourself of what you did when you were in survival mode. Take back your power from any parasitic energy, even if it's from someone that you love. And I have to do this as well, and it's difficult. But you were made powerful for a reason. We're not going back to sleep. We are the warriors. We are your highest divine order of angels. And God loves us infinitely. You're going to be living your best life as the best version of yourself, living your highest timeline. The quicker you heal, the faster you evolve. you are able to detoxify your mind, your heart, your chakras, and your sacred vessels of all the toxins and the poisons that they have used to keep us disempowered. We're going to make things so much better in the world because we have fully signed up to understand the extremities of the beast in the Matrix, and we have fully come to determination that nothing that keeps us separate from God is acceptable, or anything that is a lower energy that is trying to suck for parasitic gain our divine energies. We have to take our power back, and the angels have been channeling that through me intensely, and I have to do this myself in my own life, and I have to be really real with it. JP has been like family to me, and he will always be family in my heart. But it would be unfair for me to stay with him when I know that he is not my king. And that whoever I can be with has to be, and I don't know him yet. I don't believe it's anyone that I know. I mean, I thought so, but that's a long story. What I'm saying is, I can only be with God directly, or others that vibrate higher than, nothing vibrates higher than God, but like nothing. You have to be able to add to the love, not subtract. And anyways, I'm getting so many downloads when I speak, and I tried to end this video a little while ago and I didn't, so the bees are just so beautiful, and feathers and everything are just flying around. This energy is magical. I'm ready for the next level up, soul family. I'm ready. I feel so much is about to change. I am opening the doors for abundance to flow into my life, and I mean full abundance with soul family, and with health, and living in a garden, a real home where I don't feel like I'm being kicked out of, or communities of other souls that are growing gardens and doing things that they're excited about for healing the earth. That's soul family, that's community, that's new earth right there. Not getting our products from grocery stores anymore, which, you know, are made in factories or you know, by slave labor and oppression. We need for our food and to vibrate with a certain level of love and higher resonance. Plants are conscious beings, as we are as well. So, I mean, the more love that you put into Gaia, the more she comes back and heals us. That's why I'm vegan. I'm vegan because I love animals, and I feel that it's wrong that they should be sacrificed for us to eat. And then, you know, it's sick to think about, and I feel like it's, you know, I have been so blessed for this because I've been vegan for 13 years, and that has helped me so much in my ascension and purifying myself and my consciousness to my divinity. Okay, so I love you. I'm really gonna stop talking this time, and I'm gonna get back to my day and get some water. I'm ready for what's new. It's kind of painful being in between worlds right now, and I know that JP is my best friend, and he will understand that this is just surrendering to God, and I am fully taking a leap of faith here, that I find my soul family, and I'm surrendering it all to my angels, and I know that they're ready for me, and I just want to come home. We have so many stories to share, and I want to hear all of yours. I've got to tell you mine. I've got some crazy ones that were all miracles after I awakened. I'm living in a constant state of bliss, you know, even amidst the storms that I've had to battle. I found my true strength and my resilience and my power through God and my immortality here. So, well, anyway, fun stories too, my adventures and interesting tales along the way. A lot of twists and turns and funny stories. I got some hilarious ones. And naturally I am very, have a lot of personality. Kelly always did. And I thought I was going to be an actress. I had some other, you know, traumas and things in my life that I had to go through for my path to really find my truth, but that was all for a reason. So, but yeah, at one time, but I also completely shy too and introverted, and I'm a very sensitive empath. So in kindergarten, anyway, I'm not gonna do this. I love you. And so much wants to come out. So much wants to come out. It just feels forced on video. And I'm so ready for you. I'm just so ready. The ocean waves are hypnotic right now. I want to enjoy nature. To dance naked in the moonlight if I feel like it. To liberate myself completely, spiritually, and in every way. Sexually, spiritually. To embrace these divine pleasures from God that we have at our total disposal, because no matter what we're doing, it's always a moment to shine and sweeten the moment, and to shine brighter, and to do more for God. So we just keep adding to the recipe and turning up the heat, and it is simmering good. It's a good simmer, and it's beautiful alchemy that we're working. So it's been a pleasure for me to grow into these divine gifts, and to learn, and to share along the way as God wants me to. Higher mission calls, and I need to, maybe not so much YouTube. I need to really work with higher souls, and to build our missions and communities. Get the divine council together, the divine order. We've activated, and we're ready for this. So now it's time that we all find each other, and to have some bonfires together, and really discuss what we're doing, so we can get organized with our divine missions, and that we're living present with our highest alignment and our highest ascension timelines, and so is the rest of humanity. So it's going to be healing missions everywhere. We're great teachers and masters in this, and God has given me the light to shine the way. I'm ready to get with my incredible soul family, who are beyond blessed and gifted, so that we can combine our lights and shine it into the world. Victory to the light. Victory to God. Let's go be heaven on earth. I love you. Bye.